Man, another thriller for our guys. Just super excited about the last couple of days, how these guys have responded, dealt with everything they've been through, and just the resiliency and toughness they're continuing to show. We knew what we had the potential, to have, and I think obviously our guys have had enough games and experience to where the gelling, the cohesiveness, the leadership, all the things that we've been talking about have been a little absent, are coming together. So just like I said, really, we got multiple great contributions from different guys, and just a really good outcome against a very talented and tough team. So that's about all I can say right now. So fire away.
Wayne, in the end, they looked like they were going for either a dunk or the three, and they couldn't get either. Did the defense work out exactly the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, our guys were flying around, and we knew they were a good shooting team, and at halftime they were 0 for 9. So we knew that they were going to come out and try to knock some down. We had a couple miscues, but we were really intent on trying to dig it out of the post. And they had a couple guys step up on some in-out threes, and you've got to live with that. But down the stretch there, we knew, they were going to pick, hope that we plugged, roll that big guy to the front of the rim. And if we stayed there to tag him, they were going to skip it to the shooter. And if we didn't, they were going to throw it over the top to the big. And, we decided to go with Roman those last few defensive possessions because of his size and length. And and Mo's activity defensively too. We made the play at the end when we had to. So and one of the coaches said, "I love freaking winning games, closing games out on the defensive end," and it was great to see our guys respond and do that.
It was just 5 days ago that you guys couldn't stop anybody inside. How have you fixed that in the last 5 days?
Well, I don't know if that's true. I think we could stop you. I'm kidding, buddy. I'm kidding.
You can stop me. No question.
No, I'm kidding. Just urgency, showing our guys film, working on it, fighting the touch, pushing them off of prime position, rotating. We weren't cohesive. So, somebody drove the next guy up, just wasn't quite in position, or we didn't do a good enough job on the ball. I mean, there've been games where it's just a layup line for the other team. I know our guys were disgusted with it. And I think the Arizona game was probably obviously the last time we were going to let that happen without putting up a fight. Now we because of the limited minutes to Rodrigue and the fact that Roman was out for a little while, we have had to change some things scheme wise. But I don't want to get into a bunch of that right now. But the guys have responded, and when you battle, when you're on the same page, that breeds a little bit of fun, and our guys have finally figured that out. And I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves with expectations, especially after a couple of those tough losses in the non-league, and we've really focused on telling our guys some things that will lead to success, like forget wins and losses. If we do these 3 things, it'll be a successful game, whether it leads to a win or not. Eventually it will. And the guys have really kind of bought into that the last few days, and I think that's helped us as well. But more than anything, just guys buying, and they're playing with
Wayne, continuing the defensive trend there, that was an opponent that was averaging 78 points a game. Can you just kind of assess overall your defensive effort today?
Well, we set the tone offensively. We got back to playing at a little bit slower pace because we knew that would give us the best chance. But then defensively, it's just, we squared the ball better. We plugged screens better. Excuse me. We contested shots. We fouled a little bit too much, but we contested shots better. We rotated. So again, there's just way more urgency and focus to the plan. Defensively. And again, we'll watch the film and we made some mistakes, but what we said in the locker room and you know, this wasn't something to try to leave a positive spin on that Arizona game. But after the Arizona game, we talked about how crucial Zach and Ethan's minutes were down the stretch in a 30-point blowout. They played their tails off. They weren't going to relent. They weren't going to mail it in. We mentioned it after the game. We mentioned it again on Friday. We mentioned to Ethan that his last segment of minutes in that game were some of the best defensive minutes we've seen him play. He carried it over to Arizona State and again tonight. And it's an amazing thing when a player, especially your best player, realizes how cool it is to dominate on the defensive end as much as offensively. And he was big for us all night and was really big for us down the stretch. So we gotta, you know, keep getting better, keep defending. But, you know, love that our guys bought into the pace and found a way to just make one more play at the end to win it for the team. So appreciate it, gang. Go Beavs.
Jumper from about 17.
Roman, that was an opponent averaging 78 points a game. What was the key to you guys playing so well on the defensive end tonight?
We really wanted to take an emphasis on, you know, stopping their interior scores. We wanted to make it physical make it a physical battle for them, and you know, really we wanted to limit them to one shot and you know, play ball screens the way that we're supposed to. So that was our game plan going in. I think we, you know, we made some mistakes, but overall, I think that we're going to look at the film and see some good things we did.
Roman, were you down for just about 2 weeks there on the sideline before you came back?
Yeah, just about a little over 2 weeks. I was out a little more than 2 weeks. Yeah.
You've come back with, I guess you could say, kind of a vengeance, haven't you? With the especially the offensive end, the way you've been playing.
Yeah, I mean, just being out for so long, it just makes you hungry to get back. So sitting down was rough for me, but you know, just getting back into the swing of things, and then you know, when you start doing things good offensively, your teammates and your coaches start getting more confidence to put you in, you know, successful situations, and I think that's what we have here.
What was the game plan on Evan Mobley, and how do you feel like you guys did on him tonight?
Defensively, we wanted to, you know, keep him out of prime position. We wanted him to work a little further out. We didn't want him to get anything deep buried, and we wanted to take away lobs and tag him early on ball screens. That was what we were looking to do, and kind of take him out of his rhythm. And I think that, you know, we got a lot of contributions for a lot of guys. Big Tuck started real strong. You know, I came in, did some good things, and then Rod came in and did great things as well. So, you know, props to those guys.
Roman, just taking a look at what you guys have done these last couple games, what do you attribute this turnaround to?
Man, when we went down against Arizona, you know, that hurt everybody. No one was feeling good after that game. You know, we came back the next day and took a good look at ourselves, and you know, we all went home that night and looked ourselves in the mirror, and you know, just kind of drew a line in the sand and said, you know, we got to come together as a team, and we need to be stronger defensively. That's kind of what we took from that.
Rodrigue, I think you were a 57% free throw shooter going in, but you had those 2 free throws going line. What was going through your mind there, you know, with the game tied?
Oh, okay. I mean, I never like stopped working. You know, like my coach, I believe in me. That's why he made me play every time. So when I step up there to make my free throw, I mean, I started with confidence. You know, I was like, okay, I'm going to make it, and then you're going to get the win. Everybody's going to be happy. So I get there. I slow down, I shot my free throw, and then we made it. I mean, I made it, and then we won. So I wasn't scared. I mean, I was confident. Because if you watch the game the last game, I think I went 6-5. So I start to get like confident on my free throw. So I'm good, you know.
Rodrigue, what can these last 2 wins do for you guys' confidence moving forward?
I mean, we are the goal, you know. We are the goal. Our goal is to win the Pac-12 conference. So, I mean, we lost against Arizona, so we didn't give up. We went, okay, we're going to go back there, put some work in, and then come back and play. So, I mean, we have to go to win the Pac-12. Yeah, that's why.
Rodrigue, what had allowed your team to play so well on defense today?
I think because we want to win the game. So, and then my coaches and my teammates, we've been talking during practice that defense win the game. So we all know that if you play good defense, you're gonna win the game. So that's why.